All right, welcome back, YouTube. This is JAC Antics, and this is one of the last video of this year for the channel. And we just wanted to send off the new year right, making a video. Normally, I'll have the end of the year video, and I'll be talking to the guys on the podcast and everything. But this year, I just wanted to do it a little bit different and just reflect on the good things and the lowlights of this year. I'll say one of the good things were the games this year. It was just impeccable year for gaming. It was a lot of great games came out this year, even though some of them I didn't get a chance to play, and the others where it was a lot of hype and it just hit the okay mark. So let's start off with some of the games that hit the high mark for me, but it might not be for others. I'll say Spider-Man 3, of course. I was looking forward to that game. Alan Wake 2, I didn't get to play it, but watching people play it, oh yeah, I got to get that game. I don't even play those type of games, but I have to get that game. That game looked amazing. The story and stuff, I watched the whole thing. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that hasn't played it yet, but I watched the whole thing, and the way it was written, it makes me want to play it. And if that doesn't make a good game, the game, a genre that you don't play that makes you want to play that game just to experience it, gotta be impeccable. Baldur's Gate 3, I've never played a Baldur's Gate game, so I don't understand. But looking at the reaction and the following from online, I can kind of get it. Well, I don't get it, but I can, I guess, understand why it won Game of the Year. And people to be like, oh, Spider-Man 3 should have won. I was one of the folks too. But in order to get that following like that, either it's a cult classic or it's extremely good. I thought Tears of the Kingdom was going to win, honestly. But we see who won. And this year for gaming, it just gets me excited for 2024 year gaming, from Tekken 8 to Metaphor to Black Wukong. That's a lot of games. Even the Persona series that's going to get a whole, I think it's a remake or a remaster. I'm not sure. I have to look that up. The point that I was making, even the low games were still decent games, such as Star Wars. And even though Star Wars had a pretty shaky start out of the gate, it was still good. Games like Final Fantasy 16, High Five Rush, Super Mario Wonder, and the list goes on. But you also had disappointing games this year, and it falls in the category of disappointing / this horrible games. I'm just going to combine them together and let y'all decide whether it's just a horrible game or just a disappointing. Well, a lot of games just doesn't meet your expectations, but some of them you see the writing on the wall. But those lists are such as games like Forspoken, Lord of the Rings, Golem. Now, Forspoken disappointed me personally because I thought it was going to be more like the aerial traversing and things like that. Impeccable, but it was just, some games should be smaller. It was such a big world and it was nothing in it, so it became bland for me. It became bland for me. I didn't want to play it. Grey Hill Incident. Now that one just looked awkward and boring. When I saw a couple of people play it, it just, nah. It's a no for me, dog. I would say Starfield too. I would add Starfield in that, mostly because it has some technical issues that I believe Bethesda needs to either step it up. it has the same issues like Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, I just got done playing. It's an alright game. Like, I probably should have picked it up sooner, but it was so a buggy mess, and there's still bugs in it that it. Some of these games are their own downfall, and it could have been so much bigger. But yeah, they really need to work on that. Even with stating all these disappointing games, I still would say that it was a great year for gaming because there was a variety of genre, gameplay style, and just different things. And it seemed like a lot of these studios put their best foot forward, and it just gets me excited for 2024, what's to come. So when I say there's plenty of games to play this year, and if you say this is a bad year for gaming, you truly missed out. Speaking of such things, there was the Game Awards, and Baldur's Gate 3 clean house. Me personally, I thought that Tears of the Kingdom was going to win because the way it was just everywhere for like 2 to 3 months straight. Like, people was playing it, and that's all that I kept hearing. That's all that was really on my feed. Even though I wanted Spider-Man 3 to win, it was just completely honest with you, it was just better games that came out. Even though I still believe that Spider-Man is a good game, but it was just better, such as Alan Wake 2 and Baldur's Gate. Even though I don't understand it, it's just the people spoken. Tons of people enjoy it. Maybe I'll play it one day, maybe not. I'm not going to say that's a guarantee, but to have that and just a massive explosion of that, and I don't know why the Game Awards was so long this year. I don't remember it being that long like last year. I don't know if that has anything to do with E3. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know. But I don't know if that's anything to do with E3 being canceled. Indefinitely. And on that, I think I stated in a previous podcast before that I believe that E3 needs to make real deal changes, because these companies and stuff can do all this stuff on their own. They really don't need the exposure from an event like E3. They can do their own thing. But this is time for E3. If it comes back, I hope it comes back. But if it doesn't, then, RIP E3. But if it does come back, hopefully it'll come back with new ideas, fresh ideas, and able to at least be on par with other awards, game awards, and game presentations, to make it seem like something different than what, that's been doing. Maybe it can go on tour or something like that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but it is what it is. And even with Spider-Man and Insomniac, there was a low light news. They got hacked. Their whole plans for up until like 2030 was like revealed by hackers and stuff. And I'm sad. That's sad that happened. I don't get it why it happened, but it happened this year. And I think that's it from gaming, I believe. Let's hop into the anime news this year. This year it's been pretty chill, but I would say the winner of just general being an anime of the year was One Piece. From the live action to being in the Macy's parade to even being in one of the, like, a crossover for one of the football games. I think it was the LA Rams. They had a One Piece like crossover game about them, and it just, One Piece was killing it this year. It was Gear 5 and everything, and for me being a One Piece fan, this perfect. Then you have Jujutsu Kaisen where they had the Shibuya art, and that was well animated, and the storytelling. I'm like past that, but just to see that animated, it was done to perfection. And Mappa had its issues with the creators, where they pretty much working them a lot. They working them a lot, allegedly. I don't know, but that's, people was complaining about, that they didn't have time to animate things. And I'm glad that they have a break now to just relax. But I don't know. They might still be doing Chainsaw Man, because I don't think that's. I'm speculating. I don't think there is going to be another Jujutsu Kaisen episode until like a year or two from now. It's 2023, probably like 2025. But that's what to say about Chainsaw Man, unless they already did that too. So we'll find out. In technology, a lot of stuff happened in technology. There was so many phones that came out from Apple, Google Pixel, Samsung, OnePlus, I believe. So many that, I can be here for a couple minutes just naming them. But I'm not going to do that. The main piece of news from the tech world that stood out to me, only because I did a video on it, but that stood out to me was the Apple doing the USB-C, and that was big news because people thought they never would do it, and they finally did it. And now everybody can share a charger. Even though I've seen like jokes and stuff that people was like, hey, Android people stay strong. Don't let these Apple people borrow your charger. That was pretty funny, but it but that was pretty much that it stood out for me in 2023 for technology news. So man, I ain't did this in a while. I would like to say thank you for watching the channel this year and continue to watch it in 2024. Thank you for liking the content, sharing it. We didn't meet our goal for 100 subscribers. We're at 74, but we're, just keep on growing. We growing, people, so we're just gonna keep on growing. Just keep on liking the comments, sharing it, and just keep on coming back. And this is the final, closing for 2023. Happy New Year, and peace.